Did you know that behind Nickelodeon's laughter and family-friendly facade, there lies a darker side that some of its biggest stars have attempted to expose? Today, we're diving deep into the untold stories of 10 celebs who tried to warn us about Nickelodeon. From the unsettling experiences recounted by Jennette McCurdy to the eerie silence of Ariana Grande, each tale sheds light on a network that shaped our childhoods, but may have harbored secrets far from the innocent entertainment it projected. If you've ever laughed or cried with these Nickelodeon icons, you won't want to miss this revealing countdown. Number 10. Alasdair Gillis. Gillis was just one of the many actors who appeared in You Can't Do That on Television episodes of the Canadian version of the show produced by Nickelodeon. Almost everything was allowed with these sketches. Many of them were absurd, some even rock and roll scenes with lots of shocking moments, recalled Gillis. When Matthew Klickstein compiled a book of interviews with Nickelodeon stars in Slimed, an oral history of Nickelodeon's golden age, Gillis spoke about the fat jokes on the show. There are some things I might question in retrospect, fat jokes about Lisa.
Samantha Puckett, I'm from Seattle and I love fried chicken!
Probably not the healthiest thing for kids. In the context of our modern understanding of body weight, the jokes were more than inappropriate. They were mean. Number 9. Jhonen Vasquez. Another industry within the Nickelodeon franchise which faced repetitive challenges from Nickelodeon's higher UPS is the animation sector. While Nickelodeon kept making their shows about their favorite sea sponge, many animators were growing to resent SpongeBob SquarePants. For example, when speaking of the artist Jhonen Vasquez, best known for creating the famously dark and eccentric cartoon Invader Zim, former staff of the show said in the interview there was constant pressure from the Nickelodeon executives to change Zim into a happier show. Because of this, the crew of Vasquez created an episode called Zim Eats Waffles. This episode was likely a jab at the bosses, with the idea of the whole thing being about something that's forced and sucks. Number 8. Ashley Argota Torres. Argota is not a name that comes up in those discussions. That's somewhat because the sitcom she headlined, True Jackson VP, did not perform for as long as those other shows, of course. In the years since its 2011 cancellation, however, Argota has established a more lucrative career with numerous recurring appearances on a few Disney projects and music albums and singles. When her internet audience, who knew her only from her years on Nickelodeon, inquired why she did not sing on True Jackson VP, she replied on Twitter, "The other network never gave me the opportunity." Meanwhile, Nickelodeon Records was ready to support Drake Bell, Emma Roberts, Jamie Lynn Spears, the Naked Brothers Band, Big Time Rush, or even Miranda Cosgrove with their signature sound. Number 7.
Daniela Monet.
Among the Victorious cast, Monet was the loudest of them all when Dan Schneider was first criticized in 2022. Monet herself stated that there were a couple of scenes where we felt like we had been being sexualized. She, for example, gave an example of setting makeup while eating a pickle. Reportedly, she spoke to Nickelodeon about the potentially sexual nature of the situation, but the network did not reply, and subsequently, the episode was aired. She added, "Some of the outfits they might have us in are not age-appropriate." Number 6. Avan Jogia. Indeed, compared to the rest of the Nickelodeon sitcoms, Victorious has the most damning evidence of creepy and unsettling behavior transpiring on and off the set. Well, in 2020, Avan Jogia, the guy who played Beck on the show, posted some of the facts on his TikTok confessing that he has very little to no memory of shooting Victorious' episodes. Eventually, he stated that he recalls drinking and partying every night, but we will get to it. However, another former child actor also said the creator gave her alcohol, but we are getting to her. Number 5. Angelique Bates. One of the most shocking things about Bates is that she was the first of all that to leave the series and one of Nickelodeon's child stars to speak out about what was going on at the network. If this is true and she was only here for 2 of the seasons, why did she leave? In 2022, along with several other actors, Bates came out against producer Dan Schneider. The Roots claims that the actresses remember an incident when the director screamed into Jenny fiercely. The actress stormed back to her hotel room. Not only does this reinforce the series of complaints that Schneider turned the producing environment into a hostile one, but it also adds to others' allegations that the producer, among other black child stars, had discriminated against them. Number 4.
Ariana Grande.
The pop star has been remarkably silent in denouncing Nickelodeon, thus provoking even more theories. Nonetheless, Grande has made one remark about her time on the network when she performed as Cat Valentine on both Victorious and Sam and Cat. Here, as early as 2014, right at the beginning of her music career, Grande told People magazine that her experience at Nickelodeon was daunting. In her opinion, Cat was a character that was nothing like myself. Looking back on Victorious, there were so many times Cat did not appear very bright. After experiencing quiet on set, it's so creepy to think about how Schneider and his scriptwriters saw her. Number 3. Devin Werkheiser. Even though it has little to do with Schneider, Werkheiser's issues with Nickelodeon provide the network with another piece of alleged evidence of favoritism. The titular star of Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide said publicly that he felt like Nickelodeon did not treat the show as well as the network's other massive hits. Werkheiser and former co-stars Lindsay Shaw and Daniel Curtis Lee have come after Nickelodeon in the press for not sending him residual checks for the show now that it has received a second life with streaming. Werkheiser even marched outside Paramount, Nickelodeon's parent company, leading up to the 2023 SAG-AFTRA strike. Drake Bell has expressed similar dissatisfaction about Drake and Josh residuals. Number 2. Alexa Nikolas. As Nikolas has continued to succeed with acting as she has been on The Walking Dead and Mad Men, she has also used her success to put Nickelodeon on blast. Nikolas has revealed that she feels extremely unsafe after being on Nickelodeon due to Dan Schneider always being near the actress when he was not yelling at the staff on the show and pressure puppets on the show's set. Often, Nikolas states that Schneider would sit and watch as she tried on clothes for the Zoo sketches and the famous picture show sketch where her co-star, Jamie Lynn Spears, had green goo all over her face. There was a photo of the man with a camera where people were laughing, saying it appeared to be like one of those shots he had seen in a photography film. Number 1. Jennette McCurdy. The truth is that McCurdy has always had problems with Nickelodeon and Dan Schneider, so much so that she still tenses up every time she hears the names of the show she worked on and the name of her character. At first, she did this subtly. For example, in her web series What's Next for Sarah, this tells the story of an actress whose life slowly crumbles after her TV show gets canceled. However, everything was revealed when McCurdy released her book, I'm Glad My Mom Died, in 2022. While referring to someone only because the creator, McCurdy revealed several instances where this person, almost certainly meaning Schneider, created a hostile work environment and made other actors and McCurdy drink alcohol. She even mentioned that Nickelodeon gave McCurdy $300,000 to shut up and never talked about her experience on the set. After the memoir was released, many actors and film crew members who worked with Nickelodeon started to come out and share their stories, leading to the biggest disturbance with the company that we now know as Quiet on Set. The sad truth is that hundreds of stories are still waiting to be told. As we close this eye-opening journey through the hidden corners of Nickelodeon, we can't help but wonder what other stories are left untold. If this video has made you think, laugh, or even question, we've done our job. Don't forget to like, comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more content that delves deep into the entertainment we all thought we knew.